The beautiful young single mom falls in love with her perfect man.
Check every box, of what she was looking for,
But Krystal's dream romance ends tragically when she's found murdered while the couple is on a romantic getaway together.
I miss her presence. I miss talking to her, just big sister.
It's just I don't have that person anymore. She wasn't just a daughter. She was my best friend.
Now her grieving mother, Josephine, a former detective, turns back into a sleuth to join the manhunt for Krystal's killer.
I decided to take matters into my own hands.
And Josephine uncovers vital new clues that help homicide investigators zero in on the man wanted for Krystal's murder.
So you welcome her help?
Absolutely.
Krystal Mitchell, just 30, looked more like a movie star than a divorced mother raising 2 young children on her own. And to know her was to love her.
There was something about her.
She always just had a way with people and cheering them up and encouraging them with her personality.
She walks in the room and the mood changed. She was so funny and so beautiful and so friendly,
Smart and successful too.
She just continued to grow in her profession.
Real estate, working as a property manager in Phoenix, Arizona, while preparing to become a licensed broker.
She was a go-getter, but she had her own mind and her own idea of what things should be like.
And that applied to all those male admirers who'd pursued the brainy beauty all her life. Krystal's brother Brian remembers having to scare boys away from Krystal while growing up together in Vancouver, Washington.
I mean, yeah, guys are always interested. My friends knew not to talk about her growing up, so, at least I had that covered.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't talk about my sister that way.
Exactly.
And Krystal had learned how to deal with suitors on her own.
She's used to people gawking at her and looking at her because she was a beautiful woman.
Then one guy gawking at Krystal at a property she managed caught her attention.
So she had told me that, yeah, there's this guy moving in and he keeps staring at me, Mom. And I said, well, you better be careful, watch out.
Krystal did watch out, and she liked what she saw.
She was so like, hey, this guy came to the apartment complex and, we talk for a long time. He seems pretty nice.
A 32-year-old insurance salesman named Raymond McLeod, commonly known as RJ, who was just Krystal's type, a buff, rugged-looking bodybuilder and former Marine recruiter.
She told me that she was physically attracted to this guy. I mean, she liked, tall, big guys. I mean, this guy checked every box, of what she was looking for.
And like Krystal, RJ said he was divorced with a child about the same age as her kids.
She thought that, he may be looking for something more stable.
Krystal's best friend Diana Olivares says RJ also had a spotless record.
She told me, hey, I'm good. He passed 2 background checks, so this guy is clean and, he has a good job. She told me, I feel that I can be myself with this guy. I feel protected.
And the two began dating.
It was a new romance.
Right.
She was really into him.
Yeah.
But RJ didn't make a good first impression on Diana.
What did you think of him?
I don't know, I got a weird vibe from him. But again, me and Krystal, we definitely had different tastes in men. I don't know, like the big muscles and all the tattoos didn't fit well with me.
Krystal's mom didn't like RJ either.
When I saw him, I just thought, what is she doing with this guy? I just saw his veins popping out of his head at the gym, and I just thought, something is not right with this guy.
But Krystal thought exactly the opposite.
There was nothing he could do wrong.
But there was something wrong with another man she knew, and Josephine says Krystal had told her just days before her death that he appeared to be much more of a threat than RJ.
Well, she was telling me she had an ex that was bothering her.
She says Krystal was so alarmed that new boyfriend RJ came to her rescue.
And she says, you know, he loaned her a gun to protect herself.
Next, Josephine gets the shocking news that her daughter has been murdered while vacationing with RJ in San Diego.
And I just started screaming.